Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be the gay male girlfriend trap. How to avoid that at all costs. I've got two emails that I'm going to go through with you today. But before we get into the first one, I got a quote that I wrote I want to share with you. It says, women often will put a guy they were dating into friend zone and start treating him like their gay male girlfriend because they either acted too weak and unmanly or they wanted to give their ex another shot at getting things right. Men have to see the reality of a woman's actions as a true reflection of her feelings towards them instead of projecting their fantasies onto women and assuming they feel the same way. Anytime a woman you are dating or want to date starts throwing around the friends only label, you should make it explicitly clear that you are not interested in being friends only and to walk and never look back if her decision is firm. Any man who agrees to stick around as friends only when they really want romance is deluding himself and willfully submitting to torturing themselves emotionally as they hope for another chance at romance. Let's go ahead and jump right into the first guy's email. He says, hey Corey, I hope you're doing great and I hope you can help me with a problem. I watch your videos every day and I'm on the 8th time reading your book. Good job, you're about halfway there. They've helped me a lot, but I still need advice. I'm preparing to tell the girl that I don't want to be just friends anymore. I love her like crazy and we get along great together. We have amazing chemistry and just talking with her is better than any sex I've had with my ex-girlfriends. I hate taking a chance in losing her by walking away, and I think there's a chance she has some feelings for me as well by watching how she acts around me, but she has a boyfriend now. Ah, that sucks. So I can't make a move on her, and I'm not going to be a backup or second option. Why were you involved with her for so long agreeing to be friends only? It's a bad way to go. This totally reminds me, it takes me right back to my early 20s. Bad fucking way to go. I'm better than that, so I'll tell her to give me a call when she's single and we'll continue to hang out as long as she knows I'm not interested in just friendship. It will be the hardest thing I've ever done, but I don't have any other choice. I can't make her want to be with me, and the thing is that I need your help with is how should I go about doing this? Should I contact her and ask her to hang out and tell her afterward? No, I wouldn't do that. Should I wait until she contacts me or I see her? Yes, definitely do that. Should I hang out one last time as a way to get some closure? Why torture yourself? She's with somebody else, dude. I could really use your advice. Also, she's a close friend of my family, so I will still be seeing her around a lot, like at birthday parties, and even riding next to each other in the car on the way to a huge flea market. How should I handle this? I know not to be a dick by ignoring her and to be friendly, but how friendly? Should I talk to her? Should I tease and joke around with her like I used to? Should I do my best to avoid situations where will see her? Well, I would go on with your life and obviously meeting somebody new because she's unavailable. And I don't know how long this has gone on, but it sounds she's a friend of the family or a family friend or whatever, obviously you've known her for a while. And the problem is you held all these feelings in and you never acted upon them. That is definitely a bad way to go. He says also she does contact me and I see she is still with her boyfriend. How should I handle that? Her telling me happy birthday on my Facebook timeline won't count as a form of contact, would it? I say no. I know, because you got a lot of people on your Facebook like I do. I get like when my birthday rolls around, I get hundreds of fucking birthday messages. It's just impossible to respond to all those. He says, I know I'm asking a lot of questions, but I really need to know what to do so I can be prepared to handle these situations. I don't want to screw up the possibility of her coming to me in the future because I don't know how to act around her. You got to be yourself. You can't, it's not like some special, this is the problem, is that guys think they got to act a certain way around women. They got to be something other than what they are. The problem is the reason why they're not experiencing success is when they get around somebody, like they stop being themselves and they start acting weird and they start acting awkward because they think they have to do something. It's just like what you see in the movies all the time. Guy wants a girl, girl's really not that interested, and he's got to do the perfect date or the ultimate date that's just going to sweep her off her feet and go, oh, I'm in love with this guy, I'm ready to spend my life with him now. Shit does not fucking work like that in the real world. He says it really sucks that this has happened, and if I would have tried to make a move on her when she was single, things might have turned out differently. Yep. Oh well, if she has any feelings for me at all, I'll hear from her when she's single again. So here's what I would do if I were you. I wouldn't do anything. I'd go about your life, and if she reaches out to you, be nice, chat with her, like if she's texting you, but just say, hey, it was nice hearing from you, but I gotta run, keep in touch. And if she calls you and she wants to talk or she wants to get together, then I would say, I would really love to spend time with you, but bottom line is you have a boyfriend, and I think you're really hot, and I'm really attracted to you, and I would really love to go out with you, but you have a boyfriend. So I don't want to torture myself by hanging out with you because I have such a great time. You're gorgeous, you're sexy, I have the best time when I'm hanging out with you. But bottom line is I want you. And you have a boyfriend. And so it's really, at this point, it's inappropriate and it'd be uncomfortable for me to continue hanging out with you on a platonic basis when I'm really interested in you romantically. So hey, if it doesn't work out with your boyfriend in the future, let me know and we can hang out then. But we can still be friends and everything, but I'm really not interested in hanging out and doing all those things. If you want to chit chat from time to time, we can do that. But you gotta understand, it's like I want you. I'm really attracted to you, and it's just torture for me to keep hanging out and talking but not getting to kiss you or to touch you or to make a move on you. So if it doesn't work out with your boyfriend, give me a call. I'll talk to you later. I gotta run. So after that, if you know she's still with her boyfriend and yet she continues to text you and reach out to you, no more than 2 to 3 texts, and then always the same thing. Hey, it was great hearing from you. I got to run. Keep in touch. That's what I would do in that particular case, because the worst thing that you did, and obviously you realize this by now, is that you hung out with her all for, I don't know how long it went on for. More than likely, I would say you're probably young. Probably in your 20s like I was, thinking, hey, the friendship route is the best way to go. But in this particular case, that's what happens. You don't make a move, you don't do anything, and then you get to the point where you're kind of working out the courage, and then you find out she's dating somebody. That ain't a lot of fun. It's definitely a bad way to go, but that's really all you could do at this point. If she continues to pester you, if she wants to, I don't know how often you're talking. It doesn't sound like you really talk that often, but you really don't have to say anything about it. Because if she's already texting you and calling you, she's a family friend, so it's not like you can just cut her off from your life, because you're going to see her, you're going to be around her. But the key is to be busy with other things, or maybe bring a date with you. Find another girl and go out on a date. If you know you're going to do something and she's going to be there with a date. She'd probably be there with her boyfriend anyways. So at least it won't be so weird for you. At least you'll have a date with you. Because like I said, if she's calling you, if she's texting you, you're going to keep it short. But if she wants to hang out, then you're going to have to say, you know what, I would really love to hang out with you, but you have a boyfriend, and quite frankly, I think you're drop dead gorgeous, and you're a lot of fun. I love hanging out with you, but at this point, you have a boyfriend, so it'd really be kind of inappropriate for you and I to hang out. And hey, if it doesn't work out, let me know, and we'll go out. We'll have dinner together sometime, or we'll meet up for some drinks. But other than that, I just I want you to focus on your relationship with him, and I really want to meet somebody great. And it's kind of hard, because I really like you, to meet somebody new if you're always calling and texting me all the time. That's all you really have to say. So let's go on to the second guy's email. He says, hey, Coach. So I was dating this girl that I was really into for about 4 months last year. And she's 20, I'm 26. I thought things were going great until her ex-boyfriend, they had previously been seeing each other for about 3 years and broken up about 8 months earlier because he cheated on her. He came back into the picture. I had always thought that she had feelings for him because she would bring him up sometimes. Anyways, I guess the combination of him wanting to get back together and me fucking up. Yeah, I would definitely say, because it was 8 months, it was a long time that went by, and if you're doing things to make yourself look weak, then she's getting to the point where she's feeling confused, she's unsure of how she feels about you, and then the ex, who she's really still emotionally hung up on, starts calling her, wanting to hang out, those kinds of things. Obviously, that can create, it puts her in a position where she's got you, and she's got the ex, and the bottom line is she has a deeper emotional bond because she was with that guy for 3 years, and you only been kind of seeing her for a few months, and plus you've been making yourself look bad by acting weak. So there's really not a lot you can do in that particular case. It's like, obviously that's probably what led you to my work to find it in the first place, and now you're seeing where you went wrong and what you need to do differently going forward, and that's good, because in the meantime, you can be cleaning up your act and practicing with other women to improve your skills. So if by chance it doesn't work out, which more than likely won't work out with this other dude, you get another chance in the future, she'll see the new you, and you won't be doing things to turn her off. He says she was really upset, and she really liked me, but wanted to give it another shot with her ex, and let's just be friends bullshit. Luckily for me, I left to go overseas about 3 weeks after that. I told her I wasn't interested in being friends and left. Good for you. He says I was away for about 3 months and spoke to her only twice via Facebook message to say happy birthday. Well, I wouldn't even have done that. He says when I got back home, her boyfriend had gone overseas indefinitely, but according to her friends, they were still seeing each other. Anyway, she started to contact me, and we met up a few times, mostly in groups, with a few of her friends, which I knew from when we were seeing each other. Notice how it's always in groups. You say you're not interested in being friends, but yet you continue to hang out in a friendship context. That's where you're fucking up. So on one hand, you're telling her, nah, I'm not interested in being friends, and yet you continue to hang out with her in group settings. So she knows how to manipulate you and get around that by just inviting you in a group setting, and you're just all too happy to go along with it because you just want to be around her. He says we got on well, but nothing really happened until about a week ago when I saw her out and we ended up back at my place together. I tried to make a move and she told me she was on her period, which I thought was a lie, but I respected. I respected that, and then anyway, I left it alone. She messaged me a few nights later asking if I wanted to hang, and I told her I wasn't into getting blue balls again like the other night, LOL. She said that won't happen again this time. Well, that's a nice text to get. She came over and we got along great and ended up having amazing makeup sex. Good for you. I dropped her off the next day and all seemed well. But a few days later, I got a message from her telling me that she just found out her boyfriend was coming back in a few weeks' time and she can't see me anymore because she is scared that he will find out. She pretty much tried the whole let's just be friends thing again, to which I told her no hard feelings, but I'm not interested in being friends and to call me if things don't work out, just like you teach. Good fucking job, dude. That is a great demonstration of emotional self-control. Sticking to your guns, sticking to your purpose, sticking to what you want, and being unwilling to compromise. Then I deleted her number from my phone and her contact from Snapchat. She messaged me 2 days later saying, "Did you delete me off Snapchat?" And I told her I had because you said we can't see each other anymore, so why does it matter? She messaged back, "Doesn't mean I don't want to see you." She kept, because here's the interesting thing. What she really wants is she wants to keep you in her life as a backup. And so her continuing to contact you, say, "Oh, I still want to see you." She wants you to sit around on your butt with your thumb up your butt, waiting for her to make her decision. Now, any self-respecting, self-loving man is going to be like, I don't think so. So I definitely would not agree to that. But what she's doing here is you told her no, but she got you to cave previously because you kept hanging out with her in a friendship type setting with other people. So this is the thing. Women are clever. When you tell them no one way, they're going to come at you from a completely different angle that you didn't expect and test you to see if you cave and you go back on your word, which is exactly what she's doing here. Remember, you said, "Hey, I'm not interested in being friends. Let me know if it doesn't work out." Then you delete her, and what does she say? "It doesn't mean I don't want to see you." See how sly she is with that? She's not respecting your wishes. Why? Because that's what women do. They test your strength. She's testing to see if you really meant what you said. She kept pressing me for a reason why I deleted her, so I said, it's obvious that you only want to be friends. I'm sorry, I don't want to be just friends. It would never work, and I don't want to be constantly reminded of you, so this was the easiest way. Was that the right thing to say? It was the truth. You were being honest with her. She replied with, I appreciate the explanation. I hope we can be friends in the near future. See, there it is again. It's like she doesn't stop. That's what women do, man. They test your strength, and that's how they help us become better men, is because when they see weaknesses, they see flaws. Because the reason being is she already got you to cave one time, and she's determined to keep you, because she obviously likes you, but she wants to keep you in the background while she explores things with the boyfriend. And it sounds like that's going to fizzle out anyways. I didn't reply. There she goes with that fucking friend word again. Yep, they're relentless like that, bro. He says, I still really like this girl, but I'm going to walk away for real now. I really mean it. Good, then stick to that. Your actions and your words must be congruent. Anytime a man says something to a woman, and then he fucking goes back on his word, even if it's something that she says she wants, but it's going back on his word, that's the worst thing you can do, because now you're a fucking weak bitch. Why? Because you said one thing and you're doing another, and she got you to cave. That causes a woman to doubt that what you say is sincere, is authentic, and it's the truth. Therefore, it reduces attraction, because now she doesn't feel like she can trust your masculine core. He says, I just want to know if I said the right things and if deleting her from Snapchat was the right thing to do. I must admit to feeling a bit childish for doing it now. Exactly. So if it was me personally, no, I wouldn't have done that. I mean, I have plenty of ex-girlfriends that I'm still in contact with on Facebook. I don't delete them. I don't block them out of my life. It's just, hey, if I broke up with her and we stopped dating and she wants to keep in touch, I'm cool with that. You never know. 5-10 years down the road, a couple years down the road, if you're single, she's single, and she starts reaching out, invite her to hang out, have fun, and hook up. It's that simple. Always leave the door open like that. It's like, if you had a good relationship, I mean, just because you decide that you don't want to be in an intimate relationship with that person anymore, doesn't mean that you got to block them out of your life. But, I understand the reasoning behind it, because you don't want to see, every time you turn your smartphone on, you don't want to see what she's up to. Because obviously she's going to continue to contact you, because she's not going to stop. She's probably going to continue to contact you and continue to try to reiterate the friends. And then you have to continually say to her, honey, I dig you, but I'm not interested in being friends only. I've told you this several times, and you can keep asking me, but I'm going to keep telling you I'm not interested in just being friends. So, hey, when it doesn't work out with your boyfriend, give me a call, because obviously it looks like you wouldn't have slept with me if things are really going great with your ex-boyfriend. So when it doesn't work out, give me a call. We can start hanging out and having fun and hooking up again, because you're really a great girl. And I'd love to see where it goes. And that's what I would do for you. So, you definitely, what I like about your email, what you've done, is that obviously you recognized, you were honest with yourself. You saw that you were fucking up, you were acting weak, and that's the beauty of reading my book, because then you can see exactly where you're going wrong. And you can take corrective behavior. And so what happened? You ran into her, and you created an opportunity for sex to happen as an instant date that night, and you almost hooked up, and then obviously a day or two later, you actually hooked up for real again. And it's beautiful the way you handle it. So you did a really kick-ass job of turning things around and hooking up with her. From what I've seen here, just the fact that she hooked up with you, and the fact that this boyfriend is now overseas, and he was once an ex-boyfriend, so it's pretty much, there's like a 99% chance that he's going to be an ex-boyfriend again in the future. And when that happens, guess who she's going to call? It's going to be you. And you're doing great, man. So pat yourself in the back for the fact that, because a lot of guys would have a really hard time doing what you did. You did a really fantastic job of turning things around once you realize that you've been acting weak and turning her off. So fucking good job, man. Good on you. Proud of you. So if you'd like to get my help personally, the quickest way is to book a paid phone, Skype, or email session. And you can choose any of those options by going to my website, clicking the products tab at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions for booking whatever option works for you. If you'd like to get the digital Kindle version of my ebook, or you'd like to purchase a paperback version On my website, underneath the email sign-up box, there is a box that has the image of my book. If you click on that, it'll take you right to Amazon.com, and you can order whichever edition of my book that works for you. And I will talk to you soon.